The first step to making a long exposure video is to change the main camera preference to manual so you have full control over the various settings. To do this, rotate the large dial on the top of the camera until the letter M is in line with the white dash on the left side of the dial. On the screen of the camera, each change of the dial will show a different description. For long exposure, you need the most variability and the most control, which manual offers. The main component to long exposure shots is shutter speed. To change the shutter speed, rotate the dial in front of the camera above the hand grip. On the display, you will see the number in the top left change as you move the dial. This number is the shutter speed. The ISO adjusts the camera's sensitivity to light. To change the ISO, press the button labeled ISO and rotate the dial in front of the button to change the value. For long exposures, the ISO should be at a low value such as 100. Another key component to long exposure shots is the aperture. To change the aperture, hold the button labeled AV on the right of the display and rotate the same dial that was previously used to adjust the other settings. To show the difference in shutter speeds, we're first going to take a photo using a shutter speed of 1/20th of a second, an aperture of 3.5, and an ISO of 3200. In this photo, you can see that there is some drag and movement, but only spans a small distance. To display a long exposure shot, we are now taking a picture with a shutter speed of 1 second, an aperture of 8, and an ISO of 400. In this photo, you can see how movement is shown across the whole image due to the shutter being open for longer and letting in light for a longer amount of time, therefore capturing more movement. The more movement you want, the longer the shutter speed should be.